The Great Avocado Heist. It was a balmy Tuesday night in the sleepy town of Guacaville, where the air always smelled faintly of cilantro and regret. The annual Avocado Festival was just days away, and the town's prized possession, a 50-pound, perfectly ripe avocado named Big Green, was set to be unveiled as the centerpiece. This wasn't just any avocado, it was the Beyoncé of produce, flawless and revered, destined to be mashed into the world's most Instagrammable guacamole. Enter Carl, a 38-year-old accountant with a receding hairline and a lifelong dream of going viral. Carl wasn't your typical thrill seeker. His idea of rebellion was sneaking an extra Splendor packet into his coffee. But lately, he'd been binge-watching heist movies and TikTok pranks, and something inside him snapped. "Why not me?" he muttered to his goldfish bubbles, who offered no reply but a judgmental bubble. Carl hatched a plan: steal Big Green, film the chaos, and upload it to YouTube with a clickbait title like, "I stole the world's biggest avocado and regretted it." He figured the algorithm would love the mix of absurdity and mild crime, plus he could sell the avocado on the dark web, or at least barter it for some decent Wi-Fi. The crew. Carl couldn't pull this off alone. He recruited his neighbor, Tanya, a yoga instructor with a side hustle selling essential oils and conspiracy theories. Tanya was in because she believed Big Green was a government experiment to control millennials' brunch habits. Next was Dave, the local barista who once got 12 likes on a latte art video and now considered himself a content creator. Dave brought enthusiasm, a GoPro, and a playlist of lo-fi heist music. The plan. The trio met in Carl's garage, surrounded by tax forms and a half-built IKEA shelf. Tanya drew a map of the festival grounds on a whiteboard, using a marker that smelled like regret. Big Green was stored in a temperature-controlled vault at the Guacaville Community Center, guarded by a single security guard named Gus, who was more interested in his fantasy football league than actual security. The plan was simple. Tanya would distract Gus with a free yoga session, claiming it would align his chakras. Dave would film everything, adding slow-motion effects for cinematic vibes. Carl would sneak in, grab Big Green, and roll it out in a wheelbarrow disguised as a compost bin. What could go wrong? The heist. On the night of the heist, Carl wore a black turtleneck and ski mask, which made him look less like a master thief and more like a hipster trying to rob a Whole Foods. Tanya approached Gus, offering a moonlit yoga flow outside the community center. Gus, who hadn't stretched since 1997, was skeptical, but agreed when Tanya promised it would boost his aura. Dave hit record, whispering, "This is gonna get so many views." Carl crept into the vault, heart pounding. Big Green sat under a spotlight, glistening like an emerald god. He tried to lift it, but 50 pounds of avocado is no joke. "Who knew fruit could be this heavy?" he wheezed, dragging it into the wheelbarrow. Just then, the wheelbarrow tipped, and Big Green hit the floor with a sickening splat. The room filled with the scent of overripe avocado. Carl froze. Dave, still filming, whispered, "Bro, that's content gold." Outside, Tanya's yoga session was going south. Gus, attempting a downward dog, ripped his pants and screamed about his sciatica. Tanya improvised, shouting, "Embrace the chaos of your root chakra." But Gus was already waddling toward the vault, alerted by the splat. The chaos. Carl, now covered in avocado goo, shoved the remains of Big Green into the wheelbarrow and sprinted for the exit. Dave followed, narrating like a wildlife documentarian. Here we see the wild Carl, fleeing with his mushy prize. Gus burst in, saw the green carnage and yelled, "My guac!" He chased them, pants still split, waving a flashlight like a deranged lighthouse keeper. The trio made it to Carl's minivan, where Big Green's remains oozed onto the upholstery. Tanya floored it, screaming about Big Avocado, tracking them via satellite. Dave, still filming, added a filter that made everything look like a Michael Bay explosion. They ditched the wheelbarrow in a ditch and sped home, leaving a trail of guacamole that would later be dubbed the Great Guac Escape by local news. The viral aftermath. Carl uploaded the video at 3 a.m. titled, "We Stole a Giant Avocado," and it was a disaster. By morning, it had 10 views, mostly from Tanya's Essential Oil group. But then a popular YouTuber retweeted it, and the algorithm gods smiled. The video hit 1 million views in 48 hours. Comments poured in. "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, 10 out of 10. And, is this why avocado toast costs $15 now?" The town wasn't thrilled. The festival committee demanded justice, but Gus, now a local hero for his ripped pants chase, just wanted free guac for life. Carl, Tanya, and Dave became minor celebrities, invited to podcasts to explain why they did it. Carl's answer: "I just wanted to feel alive." Tanya claimed it was to expose Big Avocado's lies. Dave just wanted more likes. In the end, they donated the ad revenue to replant avocado trees, and Carl got a sponsorship deal for a guac and roll energy drink. Big Green was gone, but its legend lived on, mashed into the internet's heart forever.